Breaking news now out of the Middle East. The IDF taking responsibility for a strike that killed a Hamas commander in Lebanon. The strike possibly complicating this renewed push for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. Our foreign correspondent Tom Soufi Burridge is getting all the late-breaking details out of Tel Aviv. Also, our former senior CIA operative Daryl Blocker joining us as well. Tom, so I understand there's a new statement from the IDF. What else are we learning?
Yeah, we just got that statement from the IDF, Kira, and that is confirming that they conducted an airstrike in Sidon. That's about 30 miles south of Beirut. You can see the images of that car engulfed in flames. We've had confirmation from the IDF and also from Hamas and Lebanese officials that the person killed in that attack was a member of Hamas. The IDF are describing that man. He's Sami al-Hajj, or was Sami al-Hajj. They're describing as a senior commander in the Hamas terrorist organization who was responsible for terror attacks and launching projectiles into Israeli territory, and also accusing him of being a key recruiter in a refugee camp in the city of Sidon. So it looks like another significant assassination by Israel deep into Lebanese territory. Not as significant as the commander they took out from Hezbollah last week. Of course, there's also the assassination of the political leader of Hamas in Tehran, which Israel does not claim, but it all plays into this real kind of climate of uncertainty. You know, people are sort of fearing the worst right now, and we are waiting for a Hezbollah and or Iranian response to those two other assassinations.
Got it. And Daryl, you know, today's strike is coming as Iran still threatens retaliation against Israel for the assassinations of that Hamas and Hezbollah, those leaders that happened last week. So how much more do you think, you know, this is adding just to the volatility within the region?
In terms of adding volatility, it's a dangerous place. And the negotiators that Hamas has put forward are well known to the Israelis. Hamas knows that they're on a targeting list long before the 7th of October. So no one is surprised that they're doing this, but it certainly does not help when the United States, Qatar, and Egypt are trying to get the Israelis and Hamas back to the table by the 15th of August.
So, Tom, all of this coming just hours after President Biden tried to jumpstart ceasefire negotiations between Israel and Hamas. So, and we still see that other countries, Qatar, Egypt, trying to urge a restart in these talks. I mean, do you think things will get going?
I mean, look, President Biden's statement, this joint statement with the leaders of Qatar and Egypt, Kira, is an unusual move. But, I mean, look, it shows that the US and those other key mediators want to put the ceasefire talks front and center, despite all of the tensions, despite the risk of this wider war erupting in this region. But at the same time, it doesn't suggest that there's a breakthrough. Look, US officials are saying there's 4 or 5 key issues in those talks which they believe can be overcome. They say that those talks scheduled for next Thursday will include a kind of new or maybe kind of final proposal in the US's mind to try and get these talks over the line. But right now we are seeing no sign of a breakthrough in those talks. And what we are seeing is increased tension throughout the region and really signs of escalation at the moment between Israel and Hamas, Hezbollah and Iran. And right now, it's hard to kind of see the light in those negotiations.
So, Daryl, can these talks even really play out amid just the continued Israeli strikes and the ensuing threats of revenge?
I believe that they can, mostly because sometimes it takes the hardliner like a Sinwar and like the Israeli current cabinet to push people to the negotiating table, to force a Camp David type agreement, to force an Abraham Accords type agreement. So I know that it looks really bad, but the negotiators need to continue to push through and stop this madness, because it's gone on too long and way too many people on both sides are suffering.
That's true. Sure is. Tom, Daryl, thank you guys.